Okay, that'll be a good run off the corner. That'll be a really good run. Get underneath them truck. Move, move. Okay, hit them brakes. Go on in. Get a nice arc. Big run off the corner. Big run, big run, big run. Get underneath them. Are you gonna stop me? Yeah! Oh, 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 oh! No, 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 Fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck! What? My ass! That's not 1,000. Fuck you. So I'm just standing on that. Now I'm standing on this, and I should not be standing on that. And get on this one. This one can't go anywhere because it's got a bouncing thing on it. Great. Well, I have nowhere to go. Great! I'm fucking aggravated by this shit. Okay, I'm gonna get on this one, because this one's not going anywhere. Now I can get on that one, because that one's not going anywhere. I got all the coins, and, well, okay, so there's the Y. Yeah, I had to do all that, Oh my god! Fuck this game right now! Oh my god, they did it again! I don't know where I'm landing, I don't know where I am, I don't know anything right now. Because this game is so that freaking stupid. It's just that freaking stupid. Okay, I got the Y. Don't stand on that. I gotta race this guy then. We gotta race this guy. We gotta race him hard. Oh! Oh, there's a wreck! Ow! Whoa! Oh my god! Okay. So we're gonna have a green-white checkered. From the outside, I don't know what to do about that. How is all these guys on the lead lap? I hate that. Oh my god. Just keep doing what you've been doing, JC. I mean, I'm trying to. I did not get a good restart out of that. Okay, I guess we're up against the wall then. We're in an okay spot. Send it in front of both of those guys. One more time for the win. Yes! No! Third! Oh my god, it was the best finish of the season. So close! So close! Oh my god. When they did this race in real life, someone just got knocked clear off the fucking track. And that is Brad Keselowski! Why the fuck did you do that? You animal! You goddamn animal! Why is it not getting into gear? I didn't do that! Why did you do that to me? Well, that just prevents me from getting nearly as good of a finish in the first stage. I'm going through all this nonsense now. Okay, I got here. How? I don't know. Because they kept closing this off every time I flipped the other switch. I flipped another switch and then this one is here now. That was stupidly complicated. Fine. What condescending shit do you have to say this time? Woo! Yes! Peasant, thank goodness you're here! Oh man, oh man, oh man! I've been in that cage for a long time! Seems like ages! You know what I'm talking about when it feels like time just isn't passing fast enough? Have you ever had that feeling like you'd rather just be anywhere else? That feeling that you just wish could be anything other than what you're doing right at this moment? And my wife likes carrots. I'm telling you, I don't even know where she's putting all these things. Well, okay. An innuendo. Do you ever shut up? A cage of the mind. That's a lot harder to crawl out of than the steel one you knocked over. Come to think of it, you knocked that cage over quite readily, didn't you? Oh my god! How can you talk this much? I've been in there for days, waiting, praying for someone to come along. And I could have just left. I never even tried. Fuck you! Oh my god. 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 Oh my god! Artwin, why? Shut up! I am trying to! God damn!
We got gumdrops to jump on? We're gonna jump on gumdrops? Oh my god, I'm jumping on gumdrops! What the heck is that? There's a bug flying after me. What? I don't like that! I do not like that! That is disgusting. Y'all have an infestation in the Sugar Land. You're worried about us ruining your reputation. You got bugs. Bugs! Got a big old hole in the floor? I'm gonna jump in the hole in the floor. Okay, we're gonna go down here. This probably leads to another level. Somewhere. Oh, that scared the fuck out of me.
Look ahead for me here. Clear outside.
I didn't do that! That's not my fault! No, don't join him! What the fuck? What the fuck? What a strange set of circumstances. I gave him a nudge in the middle of the backstretch, and then he just steamrolls into the goddamn corner. So I don't actually have damage because it was under the caution or something. That could be a DNF though, if you watched What If's channel. Can that be a DNF? That'd be so fucking funny. It would allow Denny Hamlin to be back into contention. Please be a DNF. Please. Day. That'd be so funny.
Be ready here. Black and white is
yeah. It's a coffee machine. They carried whole ass coffee machine with them through that area. How they do that? Okay, we're coming to the white flag.
We could set up for a good finisher.
Ugh.
I miss a corner, you'll get alongside you.
Oh, I'm right there. Oh shit, I'm tight. Don't hit the wall. It's kind of working. Oh no! Fuck that! It was gonna work. Hey, at least we got the side-by-side finish for a thumbnail finally.
Yeah, well, I was kind of sitting up on top of your hood for a second.
Hey, it's JC1424, and we come to the end to what has been the worst year of my life. I don't know like how the heck I'm gonna like start this video, how I'm gonna segue from one thing to another. A Starbucks opened in my hometown. Shit's banging. So Twitter got renamed to X this year. I also got renamed X this year. But what have I been doing for like the past 5 months since I kind of just put YouTube down to help myself to deal with everything that was going on in my life? Well, I played a lot of this because it's got like a career mode that's like really difficult. And I wanted to test it out with like full-length races, max difficulty. Because I was planning on doing that on the channel someday. It was like just full races on this game because it's probably one of the toughest ones. And I went a little too far with that, to be honest, because now I have all this intuition that if I ever actually do it on the channel like I wanted to, I would already know exactly what to do. It's like it's enough that you drive car and you turn left. Now I know everything else that. And then I also played a bunch of this. I was planning on streaming this actually, but I don't have internet anymore, and I just wanted to like get all the achievements on it. I actually got this game for my birthday in 2010. Yeah, that would make sense. And then I got on this game and started recording videos of it. And I'm not actually gonna post videos of this game until the series is done. That way I don't have to worry about it. I mean, I think in the past month I've probably made like just 4 races. Another thing that happened this year was something that we were all waiting for in the NASCAR YouTube community in general. Motorsport Games, they got their license exclusivity taken away, and then they immediately sold it to iRacing, the people who made this, and is revered as like one of the greatest freaking games it's ever made, just because the modding community's been addicted to it for like the past 15 years or whatever. And iRacing, they bought Monster Games like 2 years ago or something, and they made Dirt to Daytona, which, well, I mean, that's not worth talking about. This game, Monster Games made this game. I love this game. So you have the developers of these 2 games working together to make a game in 2025. So, I mean, that sounds like it should be amazing, because they have like a ton of time to build something from the ground up and whatever. But that means in 2024, there's just no game to look forward to. No game came out this year either. I mean, there was some Arcade Rush doohickey that was cheap, and I mean, freaking Hot Wheels Unleashed or Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 that came out this past fall is better than that. But whenever iRacing and Monster Games like they started working together, they made this, which I actually played on the channel. But this is a dirt racing game, so there's not much to say about that really in comparison. I have no idea what that NASCAR game would be like, but I get that's all there is to really talk about. That's not that important. I think now I want to get to the important stuff. I kind of made it a habit to try going to a NASCAR race every year, because I built that up in my head. It's like, okay, I got to go to a race every year. My way of exploring the world for myself while I'm still young. I don't want to live my life and do nothing or something like that. So in 2021, I went to Circuit of the Americas. I did that with Kamikaze. He came down from North Dakota. In 2022, I rented a car from Enterprise and drove all the way to Daytona, Florida to see the Daytona 500. And then in 2023, went to Pocono Raceway. Pocono is my favorite NASCAR track of all time, so that one was long in the waits, and it finally happened. But I think it's worth like taking a step back to... My cat is kicking herself in the head. Taking a step back to figure out like why I got this way, like started seeing everything this way, like what part of thought process all this is. But in 2016 to like 2020, I think that was like this phase of my life where I felt like I had to prove something. I really wanted to just be of relevance to this NASCAR YouTube community. I wanted to be so popular, and I wanted to be like Into SE4R or Real Radman or Michael Maroogs, Kamikaze, What If Racing, so on and so forth. I wanted to be like one of those guys. Then the Core League happened, and I was like, okay, I've got to win a race so that I can get all this attention. It's like, hey, look at this guy. He's good at racing and stuff, and he's a YouTuber. Go watch his channel. And in the end, I kind of made a fool out of myself doing that. But that 4-year or 5-year span, I guess, like I had that mentality, and I was always trying to have all these NASCAR Let's Plays going on, and from the old ones to the new ones. And I kind of broke out of that eventually. I realized it made more sense if this YouTube channel was just an expression of myself, and I do on this channel what I want. So, sure, I want to play NASCAR games and whatever, but like I should mix other stuff in there, just whatever it is that I feel like, and have a balance to it. Now that's fine and all. It's a really good mindset to go into it, to not be, trying to chase a dollar or chase a number on a screen, chase the attention of a bunch of people. But there was one, I think, fatal flaw in all of that I never really realized. I mean, now that I can recognize it, I knew exactly what was going on. But It's kind of brings me to like this analogy. Whenever me and Kayla first started dating, she was like law competition or something, and she was at a competition. There was this guy kept on saying something about like a house of cards, and if you pull one card, the whole freaking thing crumbles. Well, my whole life just freaking crumbled this year, and the whole thing is my fault because I've been so gluttonous. Like, once I started this mentality in like 2021, 2022, and 2023, like it started to apply to everything. Is just so much of myself that I wanted to express, and so much that I wanted to do with my life. And I wanted to go to this race and go to that race and then this other race. And it's like I have to go to a race and I have to put out these videos and I have to do all these different things. So first thing was like for 5 years I probably planned this. I wanted to play through Gran Turismo 4. And then I finished that, and I think I hadn't even finished that game yet. I started playing Need for Speed Most Wanted. And, well, it made sense, like, well, I should complete a chapter per video or one event per video. And, yeah, I know. I don't know. Then there was the career mode on NASCAR 06, which I did that with my driver being Mikey Kyle, who I work for that guy. I've never met him, but I still work for him. But that's how that came about. And I was thinking to myself, well, I shouldn't just do one race per video. It should be like a session, like where like I do a bunch of races or like a span of 2 hours, trim it down to like 45 minutes. And then meanwhile, my editing style started getting really creative, really freaking creative stuff. And it would take hours, be 2 hour session of recording and then 7 hours of editing. But I still wanted to put out other videos. I wouldn't want to be just playing one freaking game. And it's like I'm wanting all of this, and I just more and more. And my whole life is being centered around all this stuff that I want. And we go into this year. And this was the beginning of it all, was because my car started having even more issues because it's freaking like 18 years old now. It's 2007 model, which means it was released at the end of 2006 or something. So there's that. There's me wanting to go to a race every year, freaking Pocono, and I wanted to play this game this year because I played it at like a Walmart kiosk or something like that in 2019 or 2020. But I also wanted to play this game at the same time because it was the latest NASCAR game. Now, this is on Switch. I don't have a Nintendo Switch. But with that, you know, I long in the waits of a Chase Elliott Let's Play because you got to do it at some point. So, you know, I got with his Hooters car, and it's like, okay, so orange this, orange that. I figured might as well dye my hair orange, kind of based off of the whole, like, Jacksepticeye and how he dyed his hair green 2014, 2015, something like that. And so I wanted all this stuff, and I wanted other things to go on. There was the NASCAR 06 series while I was doing that, and I just wanted more and more, and I started wanting to do race reviews, which that was kind of easy, to be honest, doing race reviews. But that mentality started even going towards watching races on the weekends. I wanted to keep up with Euro NASCAR, ARCA, IndyCar, and then there was the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series. Am I missing something? I don't know, but it's like I wanted to watch all these things, and I wanted to give my opinions on them, and that mentality started to apply to everything. It just build up and build up. I'm falling behind on bills. I picked up a cat because, well, I'd always wanted a cat, and she was starving. I wound up naming her after a character in this game. I couldn't name her Lucky because Lucky's a boy, so I named her after her sister, Lyra. So yeah, that's Lyra. That's the thing is, I was getting so gluttonous and so selfish that I was pushing away Kayla. Like, it was just so much recording and so much editing. And I was exhausted from doing this YouTube stuff. I was losing sleep over it. I would go to sleep, try to take a 2-hour nap after a recording session or mowing the lawn, do all this stuff, and I was slacking off on things that are more important just to try putting out all this freaking content. It's like you figure it would have stopped with Gran Turismo 4 because, I mean, I was pre-recording this game for a year and a half, and then I didn't finish recording the last episode of this game until the day before it came out. But, I mean, Kayla would be in the living room, and she'd be trying to watch something or just trying to get sleep because she couldn't sleep in here whenever I'm doing videos. And I was just a total douchebag, an asshat. Because, I mean, we weren't spending any time together. I was going out of my way to do stuff for my hair and make trips for myself and all these videos, but couldn't really spend time with her anymore. And I feel like all along I kind of added some kind of insult to it all by having to borrow her Switch all the time for these freaking NASCAR videos. Meanwhile, I'm pushing her away in the process. And that just made it, I feel like pretty easy for her to detach from me. That process was probably a lot more difficult than breaking up with me. Because that's like a woman thing. They're already detaching before they break up. We had this phone call maybe a few months before the breakup, and I think I was just sitting at work. And this goes as far back as like freaking middle school and high school and stuff. But I've always felt stupid. Like something that can make perfect sense to people, like picking up signs or taking a hint or whatever, just doesn't fly by me that well. It goes right over my head. But then not only that, she could tell me something to my face and make it like perfect sense, and then I don't understand that for myself, and then I can just be completely oblivious to what decisions I'm supposed to make. But yeah, I was making her second to myself, and making this YouTube channel and all these things I wanted to do with my life like such a priority over her. And I'm so full of regret and guilt now because of all that. And people could say to move on, to let go, but that's not the kind of thing that you just do. I feel like that's supposed to happen over time. And I don't know how long it takes someone like me to actually get over all of this. It could be like 5 to 10 years, because I mean, I've had a crush that lasted 3 years with someone that I was never even getting to hang out with. So I mean, God knows what the hell happened to all this with me. But I did have a conversation with my mom at one point, and it was probably back in like September. I was helping her make some chili and stuff, and I mean, it got to a point where I started going to church with my mom and stuff like that, just because I'm trying to deal with all this. And my mom needs someone to go to church with her. I feel bad that all our children all split up, and now she's the only one that actually would be going to church. But we were talking, and she was explaining that like I'm in such a better situation right now than I was like a few years ago, and I knew exactly what she meant by that. But then I thought back to a very specific day of when I went to my apartment, and there was like a gaping hole in the ceiling because it had been destroyed by the hurricane. And Kayla was with me, and I was signing paper for like a waiting list for whenever they're done doing repairs, which they didn't finish repairing that place until like a year after the damage. But I mean, she was with me, and I was going through and looking at all the furniture that I had to pick up and all the laundry, and I was driving back and forth like out of town, making trips just to see everybody. And was really behind on money because of evacuation and getting a hotel and trying to get back to work and whatever. And Mom was saying that I was doing so much better now than I was whenever I was in that situation. And that's the thing is, I remember specifically on that day that I was so happy. I was so happy that everything else in my life was just in shambles, but I still had Kayla next to me. Like that is how much she's always meant to me. And I can say this from experience now, that all these freaking die casts that I got on my shelf, and these like 31 NASCAR games, supposed to be 32 thanks to a gift card that I got from What If Racing. Shout out to you. Thanks, bro. And then this freaking house could be destroyed, and my car could be broken down, not working anymore. And what else? I mean, I could be losing money and be out of job. And if I was with Kayla, it's like, I would still feel way better than I do right now. I can't allow myself to ever feel this way for someone ever again, because it's like that was specifically for her as far as I'm concerned. And I was quite content with my life back in like 2017 before we actually got together. And it's like, if I could feel that way again and not have this attachment to her, that might be great. But it's like, I do miss her all the time, and it hurts like crazy. I mean, I would do next to anything, and it's like there's nothing I can do, and I've never felt more helpless, I guess, hopeless, whichever word is more appropriate. And it's not worth the risk of ever being this hurt again. The feeling in itself, I'd much rather be happy by myself. But I would take her back in a heartbeat if I had the opportunity. But I can't let it go understated in this YouTube channel how much she means to me and how much she's always meant to me. I feel like in the past 6 years I made like 2,000 videos, and only like 2 of those might have been for her. In the same time span, I think she made 5 And then 3 of those were for me or for us. So I put together this thing, and this song, I always thought it was about death or whatever, but until recently I was listening to it and realized I could relate to a lot of like what was in the song. So it's more so about loss. I don't know if this will change anything, but I spent a long time working on this, and I could have made something like this a long time ago. I don't want people to think that this channel with me driving cars around in circles and yelling and or criticizing music, like that's like the what worth knowing me for. That's like the most important thing in my life. Kayla being in my life is the best thing that ever happened to me. And her leaving is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. So see you next time. This one's for her. And 2023. Over.
I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave. Your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, but you still to captivate me by your resonating light. Now I'm bound by the life you left behind. Your face, it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice, it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I